With the hype train already set off for the Breath of the Wild sequel, there is without a doubt tons to be excited for. From waiting for more info on the game to waiting on the game itself, and of course all of the theory, discussion and speculation videos that come with the build up to this game. That first trailer has left us all with many questions regarding all of the mysteries and unknown stuff that was showing off. It's all very interesting. Being the Zelda fanatic I am, I really wanted to bring up and discuss some of the biggest mysteries this trailer has brought upon us that we don't quite know the answers to just yet. So today, I'm joined by my friend RMFH to go over our top 5 mysteries in the Breath of the Wild sequel trailer. Without further ado, on to the video.
Coming in at the opening number 5 spot, Ganondorf. The second we laid eyes on this decomposed mess of a creature, it was pretty easy to tell exactly who it was. The King of Thieves, the King of Evil, the Dark Lord Ganondorf himself lay there upon Link and Zelda, cemented in a position of eternal torment. Although he seems to have broken free now, it was definitely an epic way to showcase his return, but it brings up many questions. It has been hundreds, possibly thousands of years since his existence was known in Hyrule, and now he's suddenly back? Surely it's not as simple as he's just reappeared. We have a few big questions involving Ganondorf on our hands. Just how did he get here, and how long has he actually been down there? For all we know, this could be the very same Ganondorf seen in Twilight Princess, who terrorized the land and supported the invasion of the Twilight. Or perhaps it could be a more recent incarnation that the royal family decided to seal away, protecting the kingdom. Well, protecting is a strong word.
Those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight bravely collapsed while defending the princess.
Regardless, the fact that when this Ganondorf is from remains a mystery. But another big question we have on our hands is, what does him waking up and breaking free from what we can assume is some form of seal mean for the Kingdom of Hyrule? Well, the way the trailer is presented, we see Hyrule Castle taking liftoff from the ground. But a common mistake here, well, potential mistake here, is that trailers are 90% of the time shown out of order. Take Breath of the Wild's trailer for example. It builds up the excitement without spoiling the order of the story, so it's fairly likely that the events of Ganondorf awakening and Hyrule Castle moving are at different points in time. This begs the question, what does Ganondorf waking up actually mean for the kingdom? Is the kingdom about to be shrouded in eternal darkness, similar to Twilight Princess? Or perhaps something tragic is to happen to Link, or even worse, our fair Princess Zelda? It's a big but yet exciting mystery that we'll have to wait to find out the answer to.
Now for number 4. Where are Link and Princess Zelda? This question has been asked many times since that trailer dropped, many debates, discussions, and of course, theories. This question has mainly popped up due to the fact that we only got to see Link and Zelda within some sort of cave system. The place is very dark, gloomy, and appears to be very untouched. Somewhere civilization isn't supposed to know about. Somewhere with many secrets to the kingdom. The matter of the fact is, we simply don't know where this is, and that is exactly why it has been one of the biggest talking points so far. We do have a few hints as to a rough location. This shot from what is presumably the entrance to wherever they are appears to be in some sort of rocky and possibly cold region, perhaps the Hebrew region, or a little further out beyond the map of Breath of the Wild. On the inside, we can clearly see the remains of old mining cart track, and a lot of pure luminous stone, very similar to the minecart system found at Hyrule Castle. This has led many fans to believe that they could be somewhere below Hyrule Castle, which is a very fair theory to make, but there isn't enough evidence to confirm it's there just yet. There could also be some sort of tie to the long forgotten Zonai tribe, but we will have more on that later in the video. For now, this remains one of the biggest mysteries for this upcoming Zelda title.
Making the number 3 spot, when does this game take place? Another question that has been heavily debated since the release of the trailer, and with very good reason. Within the trailer, we get a look at a few details that could hint towards the game taking place during a few different time frames. The most notable details are of course the fact that Link has the Master Sword on him. Neither Link or Zelda seem to be carrying the Sheikah Slate, something you'd expect one of them to be carrying on their person if it was with them, and one of the biggest details to note, that shot of Hyrule has no Sheikah technology anywhere, no shrines or towers. A smaller detail to add is the look of this animal they have with them. It has a rather prehistoric look to it, but that's a very opinion-based statement. With all of that info together, a lot of fans have come up with the theory that some form of time travel could be involved with this game, and that they are in fact in the past for some reason, presumably to deal with whatever is going on with Ganondorf. This very well could be the case, or perhaps something else happened that we don't yet know of. As mentioned earlier, the trailer is more than likely out of order, so perhaps some of these shots are just cutscenes telling a part of the story. It's by far one of the most interesting mysteries about this game so far.
Coming in at number 2, Hyrule Castle. With this mystery, we only have a few seconds of footage to go off, but within those few seconds at the end of the trailer, something very significant happens. We were all left absolutely astonished to see Hyrule Castle rising from the ground. Yeah, the same Hyrule Castle that we've seen throughout the history of Hyrule just starts lifting up from the ground. Something very big has happened leading up to this, and before you jump straight to conclusions and say that it's because Ganondorf woke up or his seal broke, just hold on a sec. As mentioned throughout the video, trailers are always purposely put out of order to get you thinking and to build excitement. Something this big is very unlikely to be revealed within the game's first trailer. We aren't ruling out that it's due to Ganondorf waking up, but it's not a definite answer. Some fans have even went as far to linking it with some old concept art from Breath of the Wild, which shows the castle rising along with a very interesting detail. An evil looking figure standing atop of the castle, very reminiscent of Ganondorf. To be honest, yeah, the Zelda team could be using this old concept or some aspects of it, and if that was to be the case, that would be awesome. Other fans have speculated that we may battle Ganondorf atop a floating Hyrule Castle. How epic would that be? Sadly, we only have those few seconds to go off, leaving this one as a big mystery until we have more information and or gameplay for the game. Now for the final mystery on our list. The Zonai Tribe. I'm sure if you're into Zelda theories and lore, you will have definitely heard about some of the potential Zonai connections within this short trailer. The Zonai were an ancient tribe from times long forgotten in Hyrule. We find out about their existence within Breath of the Wild, but all we actually get to see of them is just ruins and pieces of info scattered across the land. We know that they were present a long time ago and possessed some form of magical abilities, and this is where the connections start to form. The two main connections that have been made are firstly the markings and structures found within the cave system, along with the tribal-like paintings on the cave walls, and the green glowing magic seen within the shots of Ganondorf, and at the beginning and end of the trailer.
To be honest with you, we don't know too much. The claim of the green magic-like text isn't necessarily the works of the Zonai, but the cave does seem to be very Zonai influenced, so they could have something to do with it, but it's hard to put your finger on what exactly is causing this green-like magic text. At this point, the markings and structures are pretty much 99% confirmed to be Zonai remains, and it has got many fans excited with the thought of possibly learning more about this long-forgotten tribe. And hell, some fans have even went as far to speculate we could actually see the Zonai within the game. A popular idea that has been floating about is the idea of the Zonai migrating underground thousands of years ago and living down there for some time, and we are the ones that get to make contact with them. That could honestly go one of two ways, either extremely well or very bad, considering they are a tribe who haven't had any outside contact in some time. This is of course if that is to be the case.
We will definitely have to wait to find out more on this one, but it is without a doubt one of, if not the most, interesting mystery regarding the Breath of the Wild sequel so far, and something so many fans want to know more about, as the Zonai were only somewhat acknowledged within Breath of the Wild. Thank you so much for checking out the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to go and check out RMFH's channel too. We did another video over on his channel covering the top 5 mounts in Breath of the Wild, so be sure to go and show him some support by checking out the video. He makes a bunch of awesome Zelda videos and is one hell of a guy. His channel is linked below, or you can click the card in the top right corner. Huge thanks to my Patreon supporters, as your support really helps the channel out and helps me out with creating these videos as often as possible. If you'd like to support me and the channel, be sure to check out my page. Again, I really hope you all enjoyed the video, and until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.